cannabis culture, and you guys have been pro marijuana for a long time, and thank you. And and I wonder if you guys have actually seen any impact or change.
Oh yeah,
from what you've been doing.
Well, in California, you've seen it
Yeah.
progress for sure.
Yeah.
And over the course of time, you've seen other states roll into how California deals with the medical marijuana and all that stuff. I mean, the laws vary from state to state and all that stuff, but you see the growth because 8 years ago there was maybe 2 or 3 cannabis collectives, period, in Los Angeles. Now there's 1,000 or over 1,000 in Northern California. I mean, there's so many. And then with that being said, you see now that there was maybe 3 states that had medical marijuana laws in place. Now there's like 17, and it continues to grow. And now in November, it just got approved on the ballot for legalization in November. They were going through all the rules and regulations that would go with the legalization and all that stuff, but it got approved, and now people have a chance to vote on it, and I think that's a lot of progress, man. And it was all done through making people aware of what this really is, and not like that old school way of thinking that, well, this is like heroin, this is like cocaine, this is like speed, and it's totally not anything like that. And finally, people have taken those blinders off and realized what this is. And, obviously, if you get into the political realm, obviously this is the #1 cash crop for so many years. It would be in their best interest to legalize it across the board, tax it for that economic boost that they need in the States.
It would also be in the public's benefit too, because you would be getting at least healthier stuff, right?
And you would free up the jails too, man.
Yeah.
I mean, you got a lot of people that are in jail right now just for mere possession, or because they grew a few plants at home, or because they got busted with an ounce, and then now they got a jail record. You know what I mean?
Fair.
That's not fair. That's not cool. They could be using all that money and resources on catching real criminals. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Canada's not doing too bad. We're doing all right with the.
It's doing great, man.
You guys like the Canadian weed?
Definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right on. Right on.
You got to know somebody to get the real good stuff.
You got to
but
know
yeah.
somebody that knows somebody.
Yeah.
I can help you guys out.
I know you could.
Off camera. Off camera.
So please help us.
And you will. You will help us too.
Let's talk about a couple more tracks off the record. Let's go with It Ain't Nothing.
Right.
I really like the video for that because you sort of get it. I mean, first of all, are those friends or fans?
Those are all friends and homeboys.
Friends, yeah.
That's our crew.
Because it speaks to sort of that diversity that Cypress Hill
those were
has. I mean, you got guys with mohawks, you got rockers, metalheads, hip hoppers,
gangsters.
Why have you guys been able to? Why do you guys think you were able to sort of?
It's how we grew up,
Yeah, it's definitely the way we grew up. On our block, especially, we had everything as far as music went. Be Real and I, on our side of the block, we were always holding it down with all the hip hop stuff and everything. And we had a couple of white boys that lived across the street, James and Kurt, and they were just all about rock and metal. And we got a chance to hang with them and listen to all that world. In my house, they played a lot of salsa music. My parents did. We, from my neighbors, there was oldies, and all that stuff. And we've always existed on both worlds. And as a matter of fact, it's come natural to us. We don't ever look at it as like at least I don't ever look at it like, oh, that's a whole different world. To me, music is music. People classify it how you want, but if you think that you can accomplish something, you could definitely go for it, and we're not scared.
I mean, there's also common ties, though, I think, in like punk rock and metal and hip hop. They all sort of are an underground thing, and it comes back to the social, political stuff we're talking about.
Yeah.
Also, there's, I guess it's Armada Latina,
Right.
which is like the summer jam.
Right.
Mark Anthony's on the track. Anything you can tell us about that song?
That song right there was, by the way, I'd love to take the credit for it, but I can't. Jim Johnson, the producer, we worked with him. And Jim Johnson's great. He comes in, he's a visionary. And as we're finishing, I get it anyway. He's already producing this other track, and we're like, oh, Crosby, Stills, and Nash. I wonder if that's for us or something, But yeah, he heard the lyrics that me and B put on it, and then he starts thinking like, wow, Pitbull would be great on this. And he knows Pitt, and he knows Mark Anthony and all them. So he made his phone calls, and 2-3 days later, these guys are coming in, and they're excited to be on it. So I definitely wanted to be there for both of those guys and see how they record, see how they write. And I was impressed with the speed of how they work, and but not just that, the quality of work that they put in. And I think that's why that's one of the reasons Cypress Hill is still around, because we're chance takers, we're risk takers, and nobody expected maybe Pitbull, but Mark Anthony, no. You know what I mean?
For sure. I guess one thing I really wanted to ask you guys, and I don't know, you've probably been asked this a million times, but The Simpsons. Being on The Simpsons, what happens? Is like Matt Groening call you up and he's like, guys, I want you in the cartoon.
Yeah, it came out of nowhere, right?
Yeah, they called our manager at the time, and they called us. And as soon as I heard we were going to be on The Simpsons, I was like, yeah, I'm in it. I'm down. I'm ready. And the thing that I like what The Simpsons did for us, and I know it's an adult program or whatever, because they say a lot of serious things or whatever in their jokes, but a lot of younger kids watch The Simpsons, and I knew that it was really good for us when one day I was in the market by my house, and this lady comes up to me and she goes, you know what, I hate to bother you, but my little 8-year-old son is insisting that you're on The Simpsons. Can you tell him that you're not? And I go, no, I can't. It's true. So his little dude comes up, like, I know it's in. He was happy. I love it. You guys are on The Simpsons and blah, blah, blah. So I think it opened us up to another younger audience than what we had at that time.
It's such an amazing, it's just such a pop culture episode, too. Homerpalooza.
Yeah, it was cool, man.
Yeah.
Have you guys played with the London Symphony Orchestra yet?
Just we're going to have to.
No.
We're going to have to at some
get them on a
point.
track.
It's also one of their most, re-shown episodes of The Simpsons. It's really popular, so we're definitely, I was glad that we did that and we were asked, because it showed that, Cypress Hill was thought of amongst, the big names in entertainment at that time,
It's kind of like one of those things where it's like if you get on The Simpsons, it's like, what else is there to do,
Yeah, definitely. I mean, a lot of people always ask that, like, when did you feel like you made it?
Oh, yeah.
Like, well, when The Simpsons came, that's one of the make it moments, you know what I mean? That and Saturday Night Live, I think, were the two in Woodstock '93. Those three things were like the made it moments, I think,
Okay, well, let me ask you about Saturday Night Live. You guys are banned from Saturday Night Live.
That's what they say.
What's the story? I didn't know this until today.
Well, Muggs sparked up a joint and was on national TV. They got something like 200 calls in 30 seconds of that happening.
Wow.
And, we got banned. But, I mean, they loved us. Lauren Michaels and all the cast, they loved us. But, the higher-ups.
Are you guys still banned? Really?
Yeah, we're on a ban list.
It's 2000.
Trying to get off of it.
Yeah, seriously.
So we could get banned again.
You're in good company, though, because Rage, we were talking about it earlier, Rage also got banned.
Yeah, because they put the flag upside
down. And then I think Nirvana came close.
Sinead O'Connor.
Sinead O'Connor and Martin Lawrence, some of the ones I know about.
Did he get banned?
Yeah.
What did he do?
I don't remember, but he did something.
That's awesome. Last question. What are you guys listening to right now that you're really into? Something current.
Slayer.
Yeah, the new Slayer record?
Yeah, World Painted Blood.
Yeah.
Yeah, the new Raekwon record is really tight. Really good.
I just got the Wu Masters, the Method Man
Really?
cover. I know there's a couple different covers. Yeah, big fan. Guys, thanks for coming in.
Man, thank you
Pleasure
for
meeting
having
you
us,
guys.
man.
Yeah,
Thank
I'm a
you.
huge fan.
Right on, man.
Cheers.
Thanks for having us.
Totally.